the places nobody goes. I wanna teach all the things that nobody knows. I wanna grow wings, leave the coop, learn to fly. Bungee jump from the tallest building in Dubai. I wanna fly around town in my UFO. I wanna eat real food, not the GMOs. I wanna make moves, call the shots like the boss. I wanna love like I never lost.
Welcome back to Desertwood Days, and I am here with a beautiful, talented Brenda Kwaidiah. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
It's
Glad to
such
be
a
here.
pleasure. Singer, performer. You know what? We're just excited to have you here today.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
Brenda, when was it that you decided that you had a voice to share with the world?
Think about 7, 8 years old, growing up in my grandmother's house. All my uncles could sing, and they thought they were the Temptations back then. So they were always harmonizing, and I, as a kid, would just lay on the floor and just listen to their voices and be captivated by the sound that they would create.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew that I wanted to sing.
Wonderful, wonderful. Where did you grow up at? Was it here in Arizona?
No, Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Okay. So did your uncles become the Temptations?
No, but one of them did end up on Soul Train, and his name was Smokey back then, and he ended up creating 45s back then.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So at age 7, that little girl, what was the next time that Brenda began to shine? At what age?
In middle school, I was in the middle school choir, and then from there I went into the high school choir, and the high school that we grew up at and was more of a gospel soulful choir. So back then, one of the songs that we were featuring back then was "Oh Happy Day." So that was an opportunity for me to, when I did that opportunity, I realized I want to do this for the rest of my life, because people would tell me when I would sing that they could feel something and they could see that that was one of my callings. So it was a blessing to
Beautiful.
tap into that at a young age.
Yes, beautiful. So you were middle school, you said? How did the other children respond to you?
Actually, I got a lot of good responses because for some reason, a lot of the kids could sing.
Oh,
I don't know if it was just the culture or the city, but we had a lot of entertainment that actually come from Grand Rapids, such a Barge, Marvin Sapp, and so many others.
yeah.
So it was just something that everybody could do.
It was just
So
the
it was,
culture.
yeah, it was a great thing going to a school when everybody could sing. It's almost like an art school,
Mhm.
but it wasn't. A performing arts, but it wasn't a performing arts school. Everybody just was blessed with that gift to sing.
Right.
So it wasn't like you stood out. It's because everybody had that
Everyone
gift.
else had it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was just figuring out what gift they had and what to
right,
do with it.
right. So that
That
was
is
exciting.
that is one thing that I personally feel is missing in today's schools. And with our youth, they don't have the opportunity to have that. If their parents don't say, "Hey, I'm going to go put my child in this lesson," I mean, at least we got it at school.
Right, I
What's
agree.
your thoughts on that?
Well, I really think the arts is very important because it helps kids, especially when they're dealing with depression and peer pressure.
Right.
When they have gifts that they can tap into, it takes the focus to something that's positive and it helps boost their self-esteem.
Sure.
So I think it's really important. Where we come from in Michigan, our school systems, we had home economics for our
Mhm.
kids. And I noticed that here in Arizona, a lot of the schools don't even offer that.
Well, we used to have it.
Yeah, so that's something that kids loved. I loved it
Mhm.
growing up.
We used to
And
have all those programs here. I can't even tell you when they were taken away. I don't even recall because I know my daughter in grade school and middle school, they had, I mean, like the cooking
yes,
classes and
sewing.
sewing. Yeah, I remember those days. I wish I had a took advantage of it then.
Yeah, it was so much fun. And as I think about it, a lot of those classes helped shape who I am today because
Right.
it boosts your self-esteem and lets you know what the real world is going to be like when you get older. So that's really important. It's an important foundation for our kids to have today.
Isn't it something we didn't think about? I mean, those things that sometimes we would get frustrated with because I don't want to learn sewing or I don't want to do this. But like you said, it shaped who you are today,
Mm-hmm.
going way back to grade school.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of us can remember some of the songs we sang in kindergarten. I mean, it's like, who remembers that far back? But we do,
Right.
because that shaped who you are
Right.
today.
That's so true.
You said that your uncles inspired you as far as the singing. Was there any other family members, mom or dad or anyone
My
that were
mother,
performers?
my mother and father were not performers. My mom could sing. She sang in the choir at the church, but she wasn't a lead singer. My brother, he's an excellent singer too. He was a part of the group that went on TV years ago. It used to be a show on TV for singers. I forgot the name of it, but him and his group, they made it on that TV show as one of the top
Congratulations.
winners. So yeah, my brother's an excellent singer.
Is he still singing?
He still sings.
Okay. So did you start off in gospel?
I did. Gospel has been pretty much my foundation.
Yeah.
I started out in a gospel choir called the GMWA, which is the Gospel Music Workshop Choir of America. So I started out doing that, and we would travel everywhere and go to conventions and
That's awesome.
sing on platforms with some of the big artists. So it was an exciting time to grow up in.
That is awesome. Because, sometimes young girls and young children growing up that may have this passion to be a gospel singer, but the world is putting so many other types of music and things in front of them that they think, if I go into this, I'd be weird.
Right.
Or what are my friends going to think about me?
Right.
Because I'm singing gospel music. So Brenda, I know you just opened up for Yolanda Adams.
Yes, ma'am.
How was that?
It was exciting. Actually, it was my second time opening up for her. The very first time was in 2011 when she came to the Coliseum.
Oh my goodness.
And that was when I was singing with the group. So that was the very first time. And then this time to do it as a solo artist was a major blessing. It was exciting.
So how did you prepare for that?
Actually, I spent a lot of time praying because the Orpheum Theater was my first experience. I've been on big platforms, but to go into the Orpheum and a historical landmark, that was like major for me, to go in there and see all these artists that's performed there on the wall. That was huge. So I just spent a lot of time just being alone to myself, some time with the musicians, and a lot of times with Isaiah Washington, who did a performance track.
Okay.
So I spent time with him and with the singers, just trying to prepare and just trying to study her to see what kind of flow she was going to have that night, so that our performances would kind of be in sync with one another.
Sure.
So that's kind of what I did to prepare.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Huge kudos to you for that.
Thank you. It's exciting.
And you also had someone else singing with you that I know, Yaz.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Pumpkin, yeah.
Look, she got all these nicknames here. So how many singers, what was your group like? Did you have a huge group with you?
No, I just had 3 singers, a tenor, alto, and soprano, singing. They were singing live, but we had the background vocals playing low so that you could hear them.
Okay.
Yeah, to make it more full. And I noticed that Yolanda Adams did the exact same thing.
Okay.
Only difference was she didn't have singers in the background. She just used her track with it up louder. So we were all on the same page.
I love Yolanda Adams, but we're here about you today. So I know that you brought one of your videos for us to take a look at.
Yes, I did.
Awesome. Let's take a look.
Thank you.
You came for me that I might live, that I might be. You came and you gave the gift of life to me. You came for me that I might live, that I might be. You came and you gave the gift of life to me. Open my blind eyes, gave me a chance to live again, gave me a
was beautiful.
Thank you.
You have a beautiful voice, so continue to share it with the world.
Thank you.
So before we went to commercial break, I had asked you a question about those little girls that may, or little boys that may want to be a gospel singer, but the world and their peers are telling them that that's weird. What would you say to those children?
Take your gift, use your gift. It doesn't necessarily have to be for gospel. People are looking for inspirational music that has a positive message. Use your message and stand strong on what you believe in. It doesn't necessarily have to be gospel music. You can write clean lyrics that
Mhm.
inspire people to give people hope again. So if you have that gift, just take it and stand on it.
And I agree with that. I agree with that. So you work with talent here in the valley also, and I love that you're giving back in that way. You're lifting someone else up. Is that something you normally do?
I believe in pulling people up because people have given me opportunities. And there's a lot of talent here that get overlooked.
Right.
So when you give people opportunities like that, it encourages them. And a lot of them have dreams to do this, but they feel
Sure.
like, hey, no one's giving me that opportunity. So it was a blessing to pull people in that others would normally not think would be a part of that show that we just did. So I love helping people. I love building up other artists and pouring
Yes.
into young people. That's one of my passions as well.
So what's next for Brenda Kwaidiah?
Actually, we're going to be going into the studio next month to shoot another video for my song, Magnify.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
next year, I'm on tour to open up for CC Winans in March.
Woo-hoo.
So I'm
Oh
excited
my
about that.
goodness, you should be.
Yeah.
You've worked hard for this.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
should be. So where can our audience find you?
They can find me on Facebook. I do have a gospel artist page on Facebook. I'm on Instagram under Psalmist Brenda, and I'm on Twitter as well as
Okay.
Psalmist Brenda as well.
Okay. And you also, if they wanted to buy one of your singles, where would they go for that? Are you
You can actually purchase it on any digital outlet for
Okay.
99 cents.
okay?
But if you want to purchase a CD, you can go onto my gospel music page on Facebook and you can
Oh.
purchase it through that.
Okay. It was such a pleasure having you here today.
It was a blessing to be here.
And
Thank
we
you for
look
having
forward
me.
to hearing more from you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us today here on Desertwood Days, and we will catch you next time.